Hiya, it's your friend SB here. It is now Season 9 and I wanted to see if tuning got any cool updates. Nope. Daddy Bamco wanted that map done and there was no time for anything else. I frequently see people asking questions about optimal builds. What costume is the best for each character, things like that. And while there are certainly some imbalanced skills, Cicely, I think that's the wrong way to approach tuning. The idea is to create new ways of play, or to create the build that best supports your style of play. I wasn't much of an Iida player, so I made myself a build that can help me learn the character. This is on a costume that only costs gold to purchase, so everyone should have access to it. This is a hit and run style of build that allows me to do a large amount of damage in a short period of time and then disengaging. Double beta for damage is great, as beta is always my combo render, but embrittlement amplifies damage against the target by about 20%. You only need a small duration for combos, so this is an excellent skill on a low budget build. I'm also using Revenge Rapid, giving me some additional movement speed if my guard gets broken. This should help when creating some distance if I ever find myself in danger. This is a multiplicative increase, meaning the faster you're already going, the more speed you'll get. You already need this skill active for a short amount of time before you can get to a safe distance, so it also works pretty well for a budget build. Okay, let's get into some games. Okay then, we're getting into some Iida gameplay. We are on the new map, Chaos City, as it is now Season 9. I didn't want to record any footage until after the season, because you never know what's gonna change. And I've been practicing the Iida, mostly the combos. This is kind of like my first ranked matches. And hopefully we'll be seeing the Iida slowly improve as we go along. There's a lot of tech that I find really enjoyable. There's some new tech that would change last season, especially regarding the wall runs and the wall jumps, and that's kind of really fun. I kind of prefer it now. Also melee combos. Having embrittlement really encourages more of melee combos. You can run Sisterly if you want as a replacement if you don't have Assault Shigaraki. There's always options depending on what resources you have. Unfortunately, the game isn't super generous, even for someone that plays the game quite regularly since day one. Still don't have a lot of the characters. It's kind of ridiculous. Game sucks. Anyway, so there's a whole lot of things that we can talk about. One thing I've noticed playing Iida, this is not something I've experienced a lot. Tracking on the beta is very strange, and I've been thinking about this. What if they just change tracking so most of the tracking is just gone? Would that be a more fun game? Would that be a higher skill level game? I like to think so. Once you start playing games where these things don't exist, it's oh, this is actually a lot more fun. This is a lot more competitive. Things are a lot more impressive. Tracking. There's a lot of complaints about tracking, oh, tracking this is too strong, twice tracking, so strong, strike W, beta tracking, so strong. What if we just got rid of it? What if we actually put the skill back in, instead of, letting everyone do all the things? Iida, I imagine, is probably going to be very difficult without tracking, because especially if you're training alphas, you can make exceptions, at least for the very basic stuff, alpha follow-ups, I'll kind of let them have it. Beta, I would rather control the way I use it. One thing I've learned doing the combos, tracking will screw you over from time to time. I will do a combo in which I place myself behind someone and then bait in the opposite direction, because it catches them and then it places them quite close to me, and then I can follow up with an alpha into a second beta. But when practicing that, Iida would do a 180 and bait in the opposite direction, which just did not do what I wanted it to do. Very annoying. So in a sense, not only is tracking increasing the skill floor, it's also lowering the skill ceiling. I only have the one Chaos City game. I felt like a lot of the clips I was able to get were a bit boring. So most of it's going to be on UA Island. Like, this is just the last team. I wasn't able to contribute too much to this fight. I find that Iida doesn't like all these closed spaces. There's a lot of small rooms here. I would rather have like an open space where I can challenge someone to a 1v1. But there's a lot of, you know, utility and support things you can still do. I can chase someone if they run. I can provide a team heal. Like, I get grabbed by a Derby. Kind of back off. Here's team heal. This is my best contribution now. Good luck, guys. It's a 2v1. He's fine. I suppose I should talk a little bit more about the build. Like, I went over most of it. Let me talk about the learning process, I guess. So, embrittlement encourages me to use more of my melee combos. I've only got it to level 3, so I forget how long duration is. It might have been like 6 seconds or so. But if I don't have any cooldowns, boom! Boom! Cooldowns are up, boom, you're dead. Let me just go over here, finish this Nejire, and she's gone. Unfortunately, Kurogiri exists now, and people just get pulled away. You no longer have any reason to be chasing a kill that long, because you won't even get the kill credit, because they'll get pulled away. Never mind, got the kill credit. I'm so glad that is not an instant revive, because it means that someone found the down Nejire and finished them for me. Oh, there he goes again, pulled away by another Kurogiri. Oh, actually, he's only over here now. I can actually do this now. Still, we've got a closed off area. Not super great for me. I'm just going to get caught in the blender. I really want to finish the Hawks. Maybe this is a bit greedy. I managed to hit him with a beta. Whoops, fell into the portal. If you do have a well-timed or well-placed beta, well-timed place, both of them actually, you are able to go through Kurogiri's portal, and because of the armor that beta has, you will not suffer a knockdown. That is a very important thing in the matchup. The armor on beta, very useful in a lot of matchups. See this Ochako? Every time she starts spinning her car around, I'm just going to hit her with a beta. She can't roll it, and I'm just going to armor through the car damage, the stagger. Which allows me to challenge her easy. We also have Revenge Rapid. This might be a bit of a confusing one, because I think when people think about Revenge Rapid or speed cards in general, they're usually thinking about the wall running capabilities. And Iida doesn't need that because he has wall run built into his kit. So why would you want to have an ability that gives you wall run? Well, it doesn't just give you wall run, it also gives you movement speed. And as I explained before, it stacks multiplicitly. I had to look up the pronunciation for that one. This was a day ago. I don't remember if that was right. Multiplicitly. Multiplicitly is a hard one. So it's just about creating distance, really, and I think that's fine, especially, you know, it's a budget build. I don't know what I would run instead. The scaling on Revenge Rapid and Revenge skills in general is kind of interesting, because you would think they would all be uniform, but they're not. Actually, the early scaling on Revenge Rapid and Revenge Support is slightly lower, because I guess they thought that lower levels were maybe a little bit strong. And in the case of Revenge Support, it has a lower ceiling at higher levels, but Revenge Rapid meets the normal ceiling as all of the other Revenge skills, which is 20 seconds. I think Revenge Support only goes up to 15 seconds. So I guess they figure, you know, it's not like if you have a rapid card, which at 20 seconds, that's only like level 3 or 4, I think. So it's not even like crazy good at high levels. But if you do want to have wall run on any character, it's just better to go for the wall run ability. And if you're Iida, Revenge Rapid is pretty good because you just get... Look at that tracking! Look at that tracking! Kurogiri goes into his portal. I would like to chase him through his portal with a beta, and instead I get pulled in a completely different direction because that's his new location, I guess. So I'm going into a completely different location where I want. It kind of spoils a bit where he went. It's not that big of a spoiler. But if they just remove tracking entirely, I probably could have chased him through the portal. Reduce tracking, please. I don't care how much difficult it's going to make the character. This game has a lot of easy combos. Let us do the hard combos. There's a lot of really cool combos in this game. Hi, Kota. Let me ping this guy. Nope, that's not right. No, that's not right. Close enough. Also new to this update, you can now hold 3 of the what do they call it? The quirk enhancement kits. You can now hold 3 in one inventory slot, so you don't have to throw away all of your items just to pick all of it up really quickly. So with the new wall run, you can get a lot of height, and that allows you to be mostly unseen. I realize I'm not going to be able to pick up Shoujo because I'm just going to get hit by Compress, and then I take a lot of damage. So I'd rather focus Compress, but unfortunately got away, and then Shoujo died for it. But there was a box right there, so we just picked him up anyway. So yeah, using the new wall run, you're able to get a lot of height. I do recommend looking up how to do that, because this is, with wall run being an ability anyone can use now, this is a tech that technically any character can use. Iida can use it innately, so maybe practice Iida to get used to wall running, and then use what you've learned onto another character. And hopefully in the future we'll be able to go over a build that uses wall run. It is very good. Maybe I'll go for another Momo one. I've already got 2 Momo builds. Nothing else. This is the first one that isn't Momo. I've got another one planned next, and with the Parallel Worlds Momo skin coming out, I might want to make something for that. Don't know yet. I'm gonna roll for it anyway. And I might be able to get the Denki one as well, which is coming out. Oh boy, that Denki. Supposedly, he is coming with, it's going to come with alpha damage up, which is very scary if it's going to work the current way that the stacking calculation works. That's going to be some potentially ridiculous damage. I am hoping that they're going to rebalance some of tuning soon, because it's a little bit ridiculous right now. There's a lot of annoying things as well. This patch, there were some English localization mistakes. People were going on about the Denki one, which is currently unreleased. Technically forbidden knowledge. Because everyone was like, what do you mean it says electrify your opponent when you break their guard? For 15 seconds? You just stun someone for 15 seconds? No, actually what it's saying is that you get Denki's special action applied to you, which is a lot less concerning. But why did we think that in the first place? It's because the localization made a mistake. And that wasn't the only mistake they made in this patch. Also, Kurogiri, his special tuning, had a mistake that said when you use a HP healing item, then everyone will get healed a little bit. And the mistake is that it's not just HP, it's GP as well. But they specified HP, and there's no reason for them to do that. That was not in the Japanese. They never specified HP. They just said Kaifuku item, which is just recovery item. That can technically apply to GP as well. I can kind of understand the confusion, but the word HP was never used. That was just a silly mistake. There's quite a lot of mistakes that the English localization uses. There is one in particular that continuously annoys me. Every time I see the term long press being used ever. That is not a thing. We don't say long press. We have a word for that. I understand it's a literal translation of nagaosu, but we have a word for that. It's hold. We say hold. You hold the button. You don't long press the button. No one says that. They have like one guy at Bandai that does like the localization, the intern over there. The voice work is fine. They actually do a lot of good work there. And then the subtitles, for some reason, don't match up. That's not like that in the Japanese either. The language matches up. And I can tell you that because, as you may have noticed, my game is in Japanese because I am a Japanese learner. I like to have Japanese on when I can. If there's information that I want to convey on screen, then I will probably change my game to English just for that. But for the most part, when I'm just playing, I would prefer to have it in Japanese. And I can say, it's matching up. And then if you have it in English, it doesn't match up. Obviously, it doesn't match up if you have Japanese voices on. Anyway, that's gonna be the end for this video. Hopefully I yapped long enough. And I hope this was an interesting Iida build. It's nothing too spectacular, it's just a budget thing. But, you know, resources and all that. Oh, right, with the new Battle Pass, the license, I can now plan my budget, which is nice. I need to cut the video now. Thank you for watching. Links in the description. Give a like, give a subscription. All of that would be very nice. And I will see you in another video. Bye bye!